school. Makeup and skincare. Sorry that yesterday's was interrupted a lot, and a lot of people were being rude, so that is why the redo or added video. First, skin prep. Always start with your toner. This is Beekman toning spray. It is vegan, cruelty-free, and it's a little on the pricier side. So if you're looking for something a little more on the cheaper side, there are cheaper alternatives. You can look for them at Amazon or at Ulta. I personally have a very sensitive skin type and allergies to a lot of ingredients such as eucalyptus. So I have to be even more careful than most of you out there. So please take that into account. If you have allergies to certain things, do not use products that contain such things. Like I'm allergic to eucalyptus, so I cannot use peach and lily. So I had to look for another alternative, if that makes any sense. This is CosRX. This is Korean skincare. I mix it with my Drunk Elephant drops. Which are my vitamin C. Okay. I usually do a pump and a half. You do not have to use vitamin C if you don't want to. I do. And then I mix it with my squalane, which is by The Ordinary, 1 to 2 drops. And then also, hi everyone, I use niacinamide because I'm oily to combo. You do not have to use niacinamide though. Depends on your skin type. I mix them all together. And then I apply them. And then gently rub them in. I'm fine. Please do not ask so many questions. I do not like to talk about my personal life. But if you must know where I'm at, I am located in the USA on the West Coast. That I will share. And then I like to even brighten my under eyes. And then, so I'll put some there as well. As gua sha that area to lift my face since I am getting older. Hi, Sava. Sorry, I can't pronounce that, so just deal with my shortcuts. Please, and thank you. Okay. Then it is very important to keep them or close them once you're done, so you do not have to worry about spilling. Put that off to the side, off camera. Wait for this to absorb for a little bit before going in straight with my moisturizer and SPF, I might add. But to jumpstart and speed up, I am going to use my little handy dandy fan, which you can get off of Amazon or at a Walmart or your local drugstore. But I personally got mine off of Amazon on a deal. Okay. Once that's mostly sunken in, I'm going to go in with my high-end, yes, high-end moisturizer before I go in with my SPF. I do not play with a lot of my skincare because I have very sensitive skin. So if it reacts, whether it's drugstore or high-end, I cannot use it. That's how I know if I'm allergic or anything. I test it out first, or I look at the ingredients, and if it has anything I'm allergic to, I just do not. Go there. Hi. Please, let's have no drama, no issues today. I am trying to enjoy my day today. Let's be respectful of one another, please. I don't know what you mean by that. Mocklemer. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. So can you please, if you're just going to ask stupid questions, this is a skincare and makeup tutorial, please go away. And I'm saying this nicely. I'm not in a fighting mood today. Graham, please get off of my video now. I won't say that again. And please do not ruin it for my followers. You are just an idiot. You are trying to antagonize me and I am not paying attention. Okay, now that that has sunken in, we will speed up the process. Go to SPF. SPF is very important if you have fairer skin like me. I use two types of SPF. I use this vegan one by Kula, and I use this dermatologically tested all-natural one by Dermatology. I mix the two. Then I apply all the way down into my neck. And a little on my under eyes. And pat in as well. Yes, I have a new nose stud. Going to grab a Kleenex right now. And quickly dab and clean around my nose stud. Clean on it. Take off the moisturizer from it. Okay. This little fan has been a lifesaver because it's helped me out a lot and it's speeded up my process quite a bunch when I do my makeup. sorry, I almost fell off my chair there. It was unintentional. Yeah. There we go. Much better. Hi. No, I cannot do that. Sorry. This is a makeup and skincare tutorial only, so please go away if you're not interested in either. Okay, now we are gonna start with our primers, then go straight into eyeshadow, and then finish our face and lips and lashes. So take our eye brushes, which I think there's only 2 of today. Yep, 2 brush tutorial day, I think. 3, my bad, 3. Keeping it simple. Usually I would do 4 to 5, but I'm keeping it simple, I'm keeping it quick, and I'm keeping it smoky. So we are going to start with Oil Sucker because I'm a very oily person. Skin type. See this right here? Dab it there. Dab it here where these red spots are. Dab around my nose because I get very oily there. T-zone, this is by One Size. But again, you can use any brand you like. Just make sure it's an oil sucking primer if you have acne, combo skin, and apply to where you need it. Only. Okay. We are going to let that get tacky. Make sure you shake well before use. As well as it says in the directions. We are going to do a quick jump start to get it nice, tacky, and dry. And make the process much faster and speed it up. Now, I like to do this with 2 of my primers, and then my last one, let it sit a little while I do my eye makeup. So, my next one is Secure the Sweat. Also by One Size. A little goes a long way. And I'm going to use this all over my face because, let's face it, I have a very oily face. And it's okay. I'm used to it. I've dealt with this all my life since my hormones kicked in, so I just make do the best I can. If there's any other colors you would like to see for eyeshadow, things like that, please let me know in the comments below. Okay. Take the primer off my nose ring because do not need it there. Okay. Next and final and last, but not least, my Secure the Blur. To blur out and make my pores non-existent. By One Size again. This trio has helped me a lot. Just saying. But if you want more drugstore friendly options, there are some. You can just look on Amazon or your local drugstores or makeup stores in your area and go with what is in your budget. I personally go with whatever I can afford at the time and try out all kinds for my weird combo skin type. Blur around my nose ring. I will do 2 more Get Ready With Me videos after this one for Get Ready With Me for next week, my last day of my acting class, and also Get Ready With Me for my trip to see my baby brother for Thanksgiving weekend, which I will leave the Wednesday, I think, of that week, but yeah. So, in the meantime, while this is settling in, we are going to do my eyeshadow. We are going to use 2 palettes, a drugstore and a high-end, because I want the glitter from the high-end one and the transition color is going to be like kind of white, kind of not, but yeah. Okay. We are going to combine 2 eyeshadow primers. Yes, 2. We're going to start with this long wearing one by Rare Beauty. We are going to do this one by Too Faced. Take my beauty sponge, blend and press it in. Press, press, press. Okay. We are going to use a cream on top of it. MAC Painterly. But again, any cream eyeshadow that matches your skin tone will work. And we're going to drag it out and go a little further because I have hooded eyes. So this will go all over. This will create a nice canvas. Extra nice canvas. And make it extra sharp. For those of you who have hooded eyes, it'll also help carve your eyebrows. I'm just doing a lot more under the brow bone. Okay. And pressing, press, press, press. Hi, sorry, I do not speak Arabic or Indian. We are going to take this one here, that's like a bone, lightly pack it and set on the lid. We're going to take this one, and this is our main palette. English, please. I do not speak Arabic. So I only speak English and Spanish. Take this. Take that. The lightest colors. Mix. And press and press and drag out for the top of your eye. It's going to be smoky. I'm feeling smoky. Press, mix, tap off excess, press, drag out, press, drag out. Do not be afraid to drag out if you have smaller eyes like me. Just saying. I do not like anybody. I'm just saying. Please English or Spanish. That's all I speak. That's all I've been saying this whole video. Sorry, I almost fell again. It's not my day today. Literally. We are gonna take this gray and this gray. These three grays we're gonna lightly dip, lightly dip, lightly dip, and make our color on the lid. Pack and drag out. Do you see how okay. Then we're going to take this matte black, tap off excess, press, and apply. Okay. Now that that is done, we are going to take our blender that's clean. We are going to slightly, completely blend everything together and diffuse it out. Now, do not pay attention to how dark it is yet. Trust the process because this is a smoky eye and I'm not done yet. And I'm feeling smoky vibes today. What you want to do? Press, drag, and blend in small circles, upward and outward. Okay. See that? That fallout there? That's going to be our guide. That's a good thing to have. In this case for me, because that means I don't have to keep like worrying about my mascara smudging or something like that. I'm going to dip into this palette right here by Makeup by Mario. I'm going to grab the whitest glitter to open up my eyes more. And I'm going to apply. Ooh, I like that blue shift. Like that. Then I'm going to take our blender pat and blend the transition out, and we just blend until we're happy. That's good enough. We're gonna take, sorry, my right eye can barely see compared to my left, so hence why it takes me longer. And then we're just gonna press extra shimmer down and up. Normally I do my eyebrows first, but today I didn't feel like fighting my eyebrows, so I did it in reverse. I love this blue-gray smoky effect it's giving though. For reals. These Makeup by Mario glitters are worth investing in, I must say. Especially if you have like small eyes like me. Which I was actually born with. And I just blend until I'm happy. And until it matches. And I'm going to be using mascara, but I'm going to be doing that off camera, so you won't see that. Yes, this is my new sweatshirt. So that being said, I am going to now do the rest of my face. We are going to start with skin correction, which is under the eyes, things like that. And also do my eyebrows. Because now that I've caught my breath, well, you know. Yes, it does. It's still tacky. You have to hydrate a lot, which I do, before I use any gripping primers. And that's what keeps it grippy. See? It's still shiny. That's what you want. Okay. I'm going to teach you a little trick. Okay. I'm going to take the excess off. We're going to take eyebrow gel clear first, and then color later or tinted later if you want to add tint. You don't have to. You can just clear and go. But I like to add tint on top. That's just my preference. Everybody's preference is different. So just keep that in mind. Go with your preference. You can do it backwards from this, from how I do it, or you can do it the way I do it. It doesn't matter. You can feel free to try new things and do what works best for you. That's all I can say with eyebrows. Yeah. But if you want any good brands, Anastasia is the best, I think, and also Benefit, so I combine the two. For high-end, if you want drugstore, NYX has good ones. I personally haven't tried them, but friends of mine have, and they say they're good, so trust my friends, they know what they're doing. Or me with that. That's all I can say on that. Yeah. Take my tinted brow gel. And then fill in. Slightly. See that? It does if you hydrate and prep your skin properly like I did in the beginning of this video. You should have paid attention. But since you hopped in late, just watch the beginning. That's all I have to say on that. Note. Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly take this brush, blend out that, and remove the excess dried patch. Okay, there. Very minimal tweak. So my eyes are done. Now we are gonna do the face. We are gonna start with our foundation. Here's my, whatever, blush, concealer. Yes, we are going to be using loose powder and pressed in this tutorial. Okay. First, we will correct my under eyes. We are going to take a tiny bit of this serum, and you see how this top has the concoction I made yesterday? We're just going to activate it with a tiny bit of squalane. And once we do that, after we do that, we will do our correction for the face. Let that get tacky. And then go and do our concealer and the rest of it. We're gonna do the under eye correction like this, because this is where I need it, and I don't want to take out the under eye eyeshadow, because it'll give me like under eye eyelined effect, which I love that. So I am just cleaning it up and making it a little more streamlined to the other one. See how it gives a subtle cleaned under eye look? That's what we want. We're gonna press, press, press. We're gonna press, press, press. And I'm gonna take my finger. You can use a sponge, but I'm gonna take my finger. It's basically all preference at this point. I use both finger, sponge on top of a brush. I do all three. But it's all preference at this point. And save the rest for later. Then take this, same brush, different product. NARS Siberia Pot Concealer is the best for spot correcting. You do not need it everywhere, just go where you need it. Personally, I love to do it this way, but again, you can use as little or as much as you like. I just like full coverage. And see how nice and tacky it's getting? Okay, you're gonna let this sit for a good minute or so before you do the rest of it so that it stays better. See, it's still sticking. And why? Because I properly hydrated and prepped my face. And I also have a lot of redness, which I want to go bye-bye. Oops, I forgot the rest of that. So. But again, if you do not have these issues, skip this step. Thank you for your support to all my followers. I do appreciate it. Next step is foundation. We do concealer last. The main concealer, that is. That was just a spot concealer treatment. So now that it's all nice and tacky, we're gonna do foundation by Makeup by Mario, which is my newest, and I am loving it so far. We're gonna do 2.5 pumps. And we're gonna use 2 brushes because I want more coverage in certain spots than I do in others. So we're gonna do a brush, a denser brush for a heavier application. First, get a nice dense layer down. This is a Sephora brand brush. You can use any tools, brushes you have on hand. I recommend a brush. Even a drugstore brush will work. We're packing it on heavily. To cover up those spots. Okay. You do not have to do 2 brushes. You can just do 1. I usually just do 1, but in this tutorial, I thought I'd switch it up a bit to show a different technique. Okay. Blend it straight down into your neck to have an even coverage. Okay, done. So it disappears into your neck. That's what you want. You are going to take your other brush. If you only have 1, that's fine. You don't have to be like me. Just use how many brushes, whatever you have. Those will work just fine. See that? Okay, we are going to keep this, okay, for a little bit later on because I'm going to need it again eventually. Where is my brush? That area really pisses me off and gets on my nerves. Just saying. See, it's sticking really well. Sorry, my hair was getting in my face. I hate when it does that. It was getting on my nose and stuff like that. I hate when that happens. So bear with me, please. There we go. See how nice and even? Okay. Now, we do, where on earth did you go? Lush. Whoops. I'm having a little bit of a malfunction here, guys. I'll be back with a part 2 because I forgot one of my products. So this is part 1.